talk a little bit about that emotional journey of the third period?
Well, I don't know if it's good or bad. We've had a bunch of emotional journeys since we've been here as a staff. It was just another one. Our kids, the older guys, have been through emotional journeys like that before, whether it's the course of a season or course of a game or course of a period. So we've been there before, and I think our guys acted like that.
Will you talk a little bit about getting, I mean, if you could pick a time to get your first shorthanded goal of the season?
Yeah. Well, I was obviously I didn't think we really deserved the bounce they got on their second goal, and maybe karma worked in our favor tonight and we got the bounce back. I still haven't watched it, but it sure looked like it came off the backboards and hit Coreau, and he had played a great series, a great game. But I didn't think Burke deserved that bounce either, and we can kind of came back and almost evened itself out, I guess is the best way to put it. But we'll take a shorthanded goal. I mean, 3-3 and we take a penalty. All of a sudden, it definitely could go the other way, and you find yourself down or you find yourself scrambling just to stay 3-3. But I really thought our penalty kill had played better than the results had showed. I mean, to give up 2 goals out of the 6, I just didn't feel like we were that poor. The first one was such a great tip by Higby. That puck was going 3 feet wide and he tipped it in the net. And then the second one was that bad bounce. So, I really thought it kind of worked itself out, for us to get a shorthanded goal there. We deserved better than the results showed on the shorthanded, and found a way to get a bounce.
You said last night that you needed the older guys to play better to lead the team. How would you rate that they played tonight?
I would rate they played better. Andrew Wallace was involved. He comes to mind. I know Cam Watala's presence. Like you go down Williamson early, and then Burke gets cut. So the first period and a half was we were down two forwards, and it was those older guys that we were going to all the time. The Carpenters, the Salvos, the second and third year guys up front. Mark Rodriguez hadn't been in the lineup in a while, and I thought he contributed tonight. So I thought our older guys stepped up, and the vibe earlier today was it wasn't by any means us against them. This was all of us, and we felt like, yeah, we played hard. We got 39 shots. We won that battle and so on, but there wasn't a whole lot of purpose to what we did last night. We need to play with more purpose, and I thought we did tonight, and definitely the older guys led the way with that.
Despite the major penalty start, that seemed first period is one of the better periods I think we've seen the team play.
Yeah, I mean, 17 shots on goal, and again, even the goal he scored, I thought, that's what happens sometimes. I haven't watched the play by Bryce. I think we've been way too careless with our play in terms of seeing numbers and engaging. We have to do better with that. We've had 3 or 4 of those in second half alone. But I thought our guys hung in there and showed that wasn't going to deter us from playing properly tonight and making amends for what happened yesterday. And again, I thought for the most part we stayed pretty focused. Even after they scored, we still kind of pushed and then went back to work 5-on-5 for the last 14 minutes of that period.
How would you rate Ralph's game in his first game? Obviously, it was a pretty physical one out there.
Good. Without having rewatching it or seeing any of that, I thought he's the one that made the play on the power play with Murphy's goal. I mean, Wallace made a great pass, but Ralph was the one that basically brought 2 guys to him and shot it down to Wallace. I mean, I think it was a good start. I told everybody that he wasn't all of a sudden going to be the second coming, and he's just a young guy trying to figure it out. And he was nervous like anybody else would be, but I think he's got a maturity to his game where he can step into a lineup at this time of the year. And I feel like he's only going to get better. I mean, that's as physical as a team as we'll play. I mean, and there's another physical team next week in Notre Dame, so he'll get tested with that. But he's played hockey at a high level before, and I don't think it really bothers him, the physical part of it. And the more he plays, the more comfortable he'll get. So I would rate it as good.
How would you rate Burke's play tonight?
I didn't love the bounces that he got. Unfortunately, the first goal was a great tip, and the second goal was a bad bounce. And the third goal, I don't think he had much chance on. I thought, with the exception of playing the puck, I thought he struggled playing the puck all weekend long. I thought he made the saves he was supposed to make tonight.
And would you talk about the value of these 3 points? I mean, it's hard to understate how valuable
Yeah,
they are.
huge. I mean, when we step back and look at the standings and look what happened around the league this weekend, these 3 points are huge. They definitely the complexion of the standings. I think we go back to 7. Obviously a huge weekend at Notre Dame next weekend. Northern and Lake play each other. Ferris goes to Michigan. They're battling for something. Lots of things still to happen. We still have lots of hockey to play, but it was a great response. We took advantage of the opportunity that we had today to play a game, and I think we got rewarded for that and got the result we were supposed to get.
Did you feel like this was as close to a must-win game for home ice?
Without saying it, probably. Without saying it to our guys, because I don't like the term. I don't think we're there yet. I don't think our program is there yet. I don't think our team is there yet when we start to talk in those terms. But in terms of home ice, it was pretty darn close to that.
Anything else?
Thanks a lot.